And good morning, everybody. Coaching Bill, Coach Sagasta, coaching with it works, and we live and raw, baby. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Try not to be too lengthy for y'all. I know right now, Mountain Standard Time, it is going to be 7 o'clock. So for a lot of people, man, they might already be at work, or they're on 110 mode. They're on maybe 75% mode, and they're grinding to get to work right now. And so we're having some small difficulties with Periscope. You know, I'm gonna cut straight to the mustard, man. There's a lot of companies out there that are just extraordinary, man. When I say extraordinary, the perseverance that is so crucial to being great is achieving each and every day. You're doing something right. It's like if you see my post yesterday, you see my post, and I had a few people ask me, but you see my post, it was Kaizen. Kaizen is a Japanese word for continuous development, okay? So it's real simple, man. You know, these companies that are social media companies that are out there that are blasting. I mean, I just looked just the other day, man, it was maybe last month, I noticed that Instagram is just, they're moving forward. They have to compete with Facebook, with Snapchat, with with different media sites, YouTube Live, competing, and that's what the game is all about, man. And I noticed that, like today, for a prime example, it's still, and it's not my internet service, but their system there's a problem. It has its issues, but nonetheless, man, that's a bit of adversity. You know, the seed of reality was, and the seed for opportunity was this morning. I was able to collaborate with my brothers and sisters on a conference call, and it's awesome, man. It is straight moving. You know, I had one individual this week say, "Coach, I want to collaborate with people. I want to connect." And I said, "Look, you got to get up early. You got to do it. You know, there's different times. You know, and that was one of the things that was one of our topics today was time. How are you spending your time? You know, and it's funny. You might laugh at this, but Ty Lopez once said, if you don't know who Ty Lopez, you know, he's a self-made millionaire, very young, very agile, mobile, hostile, just straight, solid individual. But he once said, man, you sleep like you're rich. I work like I'm broke." And I use that in the understanding in the knowledge sense, as I get up early to do my thing, to grind, that one day this cat could be phenomenal, and that I continue to go that path. So let's go straight into it, man. Let's go ahead and open up with today's proverb, man. Today is September 2016, and the day of the 23rd, man. So let's go ahead and rise to the occasion, because it says in Proverbs 23, verse 7, "For he that thinketh in the heart, so is he. Eat and drink, say he to thee, but to the heart is not with thee." Now I'm going to flip the script, okay? Because he says over here in verse 12, it says, apply thine heart to instruction, and thine ear to the words of knowledge. Now, as I told you, I'm going to cut straight to the mustard. Okay, yeah, I'm sitting on my couch, man. I'm right now, like, as I explained to my meeting of mastermind brothers and sisters this morning, is I apologize. I was very apologetic, because the first thing that I had to do was apologize that I was late, because we start at 5 o'clock. Now, over there where they're at, it's 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. But for me, on the Mountain Standard Time, it's 5 o'clock. And I jumped on at 5:26 or 5:16, whatever it might have been. But I know it was beyond 5 o'clock. Now, I was apologetic. But I want you to know, for Coach Sagasta, nothing takes me off of that high horse, the mighty horse of doing what I do on a normal basis. You know what I'm saying? When I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's spending time in prayer or harmonization, you know, and engulfing myself in the things that I truly need to be successful in life. And my self-development is nothing but important to me. You know, so It's that. So I had to be very apologetic, you know. But as I said earlier, man, you know, with the seed of adversity, you know, with the things that we see in the world today, there's a lot of adversities, bro. Today, I was able to see that adversity with Periscope, but I knew that there was a seed of opportunity. And so I shared it with you because the topic is secret love, you know. And one of the things that I always tell people, man, and I'll share a story with you here shortly. But this morning, secret love, open rebuke is better than secret love, and it's so true, man. Because as I express this to you, this is open rebuke. So whatever it is that you're seeking today, man, you're gonna see some adversity, you're gonna see some trials and tribulations, you're gonna see some struggles. But there is a seed of opportunity. The open rebuke part is better than secret love, man. So, you know, whatever it is that you're doing, please be very optimistic about whatever you're doing. It's like I shared with you yesterday. But I'm going to share my story with you because a young man came to me yesterday. He said, Coach, he said, what is it? What am I doing that's wrong? And so I sat him down in my office and I said, look, man, I said, your name is being brought up along with my son. And I said, what I don't like is your name to be brought up in a negative way. I said, because my son is very different. And said, all three of my kids, they're unique. They're not the same. They're unique. They have their own different traits. And as I explained to my middle son, Andrew, I told Andrew, I said, you know, I said, dude, what is this? Like, come on, man. This should never be something that I have to be, that has to be drawn to my attention. I shouldn't have to come in here. So my man explained it to me. He's like, Dad, it's a rap, it's a rhyme. I said, I understand it, but I can't read it. I said, maybe call me crazy, call me dumb, but the reality is I'm not following this, man. And the reason being is because there's no heart behind it. And I said, so you got to be sound, baby. Again, really. Wow. Hold up, Woods. Is there sound now? That's amazing, man. Thumbs up if there's sound. If you got sound, thumbs up. Thumbs up. Microphone check. Can you hear me? Okay, cool, man. All right, so as my man got to me, I sat him down in my office and I told him, I said, listen, man, I said, you want to be a rapper? This young cat. I told him, you want to be a rapper? That's cool, man. I got a lot of friends that are in the entertainment business. That's cool. That's awesome. I feel you. That's really cool. I'm definitely loving that, right? So I told this young man, I said, here's where it starts. I'm gonna show you real fast. That's why I sat here. There's a purpose behind it. I told him this. I said, man, you have to apply action though. For you people on YouTube Live, I'll show you real quick. I gotta show people on YouTube Live. It says dream. Okay. Everybody and anybody and I mean everybody, all had a dream. They had a vision, you know, and they applied action. I told this young man yesterday, I said, man, you gotta apply some action to your life. You gotta stop living in this fantasy. If you want to be what you want to be, stop talking about it and start doing it. And the young man looks at me, he says, but how? I said, start reading. I said, see that up on the board? See that on my wall? I said, do you see that? What does it say? He says, it says, when you start to learn to read, you will be free. You'll find the freedom. I said, absolutely, man. I said, so pick up a book. I said, stop listening to all that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So it was real quick, man. I had like 5 minutes to break it down to this young cat, and 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes. I mean, quick. We sit in my office. I got to get to football practice, but I had to explain to this young man where it's all at. you know. And I had, and I'm gonna get with you, Jerome, real quick, because I know you'll probably get on a little later. But you asked me, you text me and you asked me what books can you read to improve yourself. The number one book, man, that helped me to improve this person was this one. Okay, Life's Book. After that, I opened up with Think and Grow Rich. After that, I thought I opened up with the guru, the man himself, okay, Dr. Eric Thomas, and I opened up with The Secrets to Success, and it's basically a biography, a bio of this individual that just became very vibrant, very great. You know, his tenacity, his ambitious. He just came going strong. 120. He was putting 120 out. And then after that, man, I just engulfed in different other books. Like I said, man, I thank you so much for getting at me, man, and asking me what books I've read, because I'm always engulfing in different books. As a matter of fact, I just got done with 25 yesterday. Gave it to my superintendent, the founder of the institute where I work, and it was a great book. The title of it was Yoga. Okay, and you're probably thinking, Coach, like yoga, stretches, yoga? No. It had a lot to do with harmonization, and it was cool, man. I definitely got into it. The biggest part that really grabbed my attention was none other than the kingdom of God that's in you, and it made so much sense because within the scripture, in Life's Book in itself, in the Bible in itself, I find a lot of things that has to do with that's that open rebuke, that love, right? That secret love is all unique, man. It's all intertwined and it's tied together. So I love that part. That was my favorite chapter in that book. And I told her that when I gave her the book. And it's funny how fate or life or the universe works, because I meant to go give this to my superintendent. And as I was walking out the door, we just met right in the middle. And it was just like, boom, here you go. Here's your book. Here's my favorite chapter. In fact, I don't know if I highlighted it or I put a bookmark in it, but this right here captivated me. And I thank you so much, because now it's the 25th book of 2016 for me. Now I'm hoping that this weekend, as I did 2 weekends ago, finish these other 2 books, and I'll be right at 27. So I can't wait, man. I'm burning. I'm burning for the hunk of love, man. That secret love. The secret love is in the chapters, in the books, man. In the books, in the books, in the books. So, you know, a lot of people ask, Coach, you know, how do you stay so positive, man? I'm not that positive, man. I'm just on fire. It's not that I'm positive, you know, because don't get me wrong, I'm not always on fire. You know what I'm saying? As much as I try to be, I absolutely adamantly have to be. As I told my brother and sister this morning, I told Matt, I said, if there's anything that truly I have to really be accountable for, is being on fire all the time. And believe me, you're probably saying, Coach, it's impossible. No, there's 2 words in the word impossible. I am possible. So it can be done. It can be done. And I shared the story with these cats this morning. I said, I remember, you know, asking, you know, for some rooms, you know, because, you know, that adversity came back. And I'm gonna share again another principle, another life experience that I went through this week. But, you know, I asked, there's a coaching clinic down in Los Angeles. I want to go, man. I love getting coached up. I like learning from you know, the collegiate coaches, and I love learning from the NBA coaches and even high school coaches. I love learning new things, right? So, excuse me 1 second. Somebody's texting me, and they're texting me because they're asking. So you can hear my voice. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can absolutely hear me speak right now. Everybody on YouTube, I know you can hear me speaking. Come on now. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So one of the things that I definitely moved on, this individual was asking, said, Coach, I can't hear you. Maybe your volume is off. maybe you're not in tune with what we're doing, man. Well, yeah, no, for sure, man. So I was explaining to some folks, man, that, you know, one of the things that I definitely want to express is, you know, that I told you about the other day. I gave you a title. It was the value in itself of adversity. And this week I seen that adversity come to me. And I was blown away by it, and I was really shocked because remember what I said about the title of today is that rebuke, okay, that open rebuke, like secret love. Well, it was that in effect, man, straight up. Like I seen it and I wanted it, but the reality was it was all adversity. It was difficulty, but I could have sat there in a pessimistic outlook of life and just been, doubt. But no, man. As I told you, man, I went to the playground, seen the kids doing their thing and interacted with a few individuals and just came back. I mean, within minutes, less than 5 minutes, it was just back again. Look, I got to take it to 120. I can't, this is what I will not do. I won't allow myself to be a pessimistic person. That's the true reality. Is too many people today are being pessimistic. And one of the things that I love about Coach Moore, if you don't know Coach Yolanda Moore, she set it on fire this morning. I mean, just on fire. She said adversity is inevitable, but how you deal with it is a choice. And that's so true, man. Like straight up, that blew my mind. When I seen that, I was like, oh, I'm on fire, man. What's up, Scott? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. I'm glad that you can hear me. I'm glad you're with me. Nothing but great support from Breathe, BU family, man. Straight up. If you don't know Breathe University, man, Breathe University is Dr. Thomas and the family, ETA, man. Please right now be in prayer for them as they are in London. They're making a trip to London, and be in prayer for our varsity team. They're going up to, I think it's called Benson, Arizona, which is an 8 or 9 hour drive. So there's a number of cats will be on the bus. You're taking two bus drivers. You're going to go down there, play a game, and come on back. But anyways, man, so be in prayer for these folk, man. If there's anybody else out there traveling abroad or here in the country, definitely be in prayer, man. And most importantly, right now, man, please be in prayer for the things that are going down, in Charlotte and it shames me, man. It does shame me, man. When I see things that are happening, I told you earlier this morning, man. I turned on the TV last night. As I said, man, I have 9 months and I don't really watch TV. In fact, wait 1 second. This is the remote to our entertainment, our TV and the TV and the Suddenlink box. Okay, so this goes to the cable, right? So it's amazing, man. Look at all these buttons, dude. Look at all these buttons. Time to grind, Pat. That's right. It's time to grind. Look at all these buttons, man. Talk about adversity. I was straight up like blown away. But yesterday, let me get into it, man. Yesterday, I was sitting here. Me and my wife were sitting here. Kids are now going to bed, and I had about 30 minutes to spare, so I wanted to catch up with a little bit. So I wanted to relax, unwind, right? And man, I was just in awe. Like I sat and I watched the local town, speech about the river regatta, which has bought millions of dollars into our community, but yet Coach Sagasta doesn't see it. I don't know if it's just, what do they call it? What's that word? Liquidity. It's just liquidity, that I don't know where the money's at, but I know that the field that I play on is not congruent with you making all these millions of dollars. So anyways, man, I'll get off on that. But I watched that. Me and my wife were watching that, man. I was watching character. I was watching knowledge. Call me crazy. You can call me crazy, but I'm gonna tell you, man. The more I expose, the more you expose. I mean, 6 years. 6 years. I've been a student, but 9 months, 40 weeks. I've been really just pounding at this nonstop. So that adversity that I seen this week, man. It was like that, you know what I'm saying? Julie, I hope you're reading your book today, girl. I've been on this girl, man. I've been on this girl. She got to read that book. So you better read your book. Right now, you should be up reading that book right now. Not even on Facebook, girl. Ooh, that's deep. That's like cutting the butter, man, with a hot knife. I love you. She knows I love her. I appreciate her, but I definitely love to expose new information to everybody. And it was just a good week, man, straight up. And I wanted to share my week with you. I can't wait for tomorrow. There's some good things going to happen today. I got to get ready. I got a dentist appointment. He's going to be, got to clean my teeth and do my thing. Because I goes on today. My son's got fire school today, man. I get up and I love being on the conference call. and being able to share that with y'all, man. That's one of the best things that I do is love. I love Fridays, man. I'm off on Friday, so I got all the time in the world, man, to elaborate the things that I'm gonna do, the things that I see in this week, man. It's secret love. That's exactly it. It is secret love. Open rebuke is better than secret love, and that's the truth. There is nothing better than somebody, and don't get this twisted. There's nothing better than getting some criticism. You need a little criticism in your life. And I was thankful this week. I had a little bit of that criticism come from my wife, a little bit come from, from another coach. That's the essence, man. That's what makes you great, is a little criticism. But first and foremost, you're your biggest critic. Looking in the mirror and criticizing yourself, as I did yesterday before I went to practice, I am going to be great. No matter what happens, I'm going to be great. I'm going to give the kids 120 all day long. And my kids felt it. In fact, I had a kid cry himself to sleep the night before because they lost, because he didn't give 120, because he didn't apply everything to the game. So, I mean, that just tells me that, you know what, if this kid can go home and cry himself to sleep because he didn't give his best ever, and because he didn't push it for Coach Sagasta, that means that Coach Sagasta is making an impact in this young man's life. And praise God, man. First and foremost, praise God for that, because it's not through me. It's not because of me. It's definitely not because of me. It's because of the talents and the gifts that he's given me. So I'm glad I had this opportunity to share with you, man. It's a privilege. It's an honor to wake up and get on the grind and speak to y'all and just collaborate with you. My brother Josh is on. I appreciate you. Definitely, Josh. I appreciate you. Galicia, I appreciate you so much. Julie, good morning to you. Lots of laugh. Let's see. Yes, definitely take the book to the doctor's office. I take my books everywhere. I mean, if anybody ever sees me around campus, I'm always reading. I'm always finding time to spend reading. There's nothing more important, as I expressed, by Dr. or Frederick Douglass, is you have to spend time reading, man. Now that you know how to read, you should be on it all the time. Okay, as you read the newspaper, I just told my collaborative team this morning. I said, you know what? When you're in the pot, when you're doing the business, you can spend time reading there. I tell my kids the same thing. If you're in the pot and you're just sitting there, man, you could be reading your plays. You could be learning. You could be developing muscle memory of your plays for the week. No sugar in my coffee. You all know that. You ain't got to ask me twice. You know that. So, man, might your Friday might it be a wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? And as I said, please pray for ETA. Carl, CJ, who else was up? I think Josh was with them, or Matt. I forgot who was all with them, but I know that the whole ETA squad, be in prayer for them, be in prayer for our varsity team, Mojave Accelerated Learning Center, and definitely be in prayer for Charlotte and our country right now. Ain't nothing absolutely more than to be in prayer and thought for our own country. There's too much going on, man. And we have to change this environment. And it takes, like I told my son, man, you have to change yourself first before you can change anybody else. And that's truth. That's 100. So when I talk about open rebuke, there it is right there. That blows it up out of the water. Change you before you change the world. Change you. So there's your open rebuke for the day, and there's your problem for the day, man. I'm out.